you mentioned, like, again, scaling. This has been like a big part of your philosophy again when you wanted to start a business. So if you were to start pizza bakery or any food-based restaurant now, would you again go with the physical outlet model, or again a hyper scalable model is again cloud kitchens? What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, right. So yeah, to answer your previous question also about how would I start pizza bakery today, uh, I'm not sure I would.
Okay.
I'm not sure I would. Unless certain boxes were still blank. Like back then, there was no sourdough pizza. Now there's so many brands. Yeah, I mean, this is not the time to start one more sourdough pizza brand. So I wouldn't do that. Secondly, I'm not sure I'd have balls to, as a newbie entrepreneur, to take up prime real estate in India today. In which case, I'd have to go to one of the tier 3, 4 kind of locations to get that sub 2 lakh, sub 2.5 lakh rent per month rent range. In which case, all the more hard to succeed with the existing sourdough pizza players that already exist. So I'm not sure I would. What's the second part of your question?
The second part was the cloud.
Yeah. So the whether I do it differently, with the real estate prices going high, would I do cloud kitchens over? So this is, everyone has their own philosophy, their own view of the market. There's a lot of brands now that are betting big on digital. Like not even bothering, like Rebel Foods and stuff. They don't even really care about physical outlets. But this is where you need to have a view, right? You can't just do what other people are doing or say they are doing it, so it must be right, so I should also do this. Our view is actually very contrary to that. We don't believe the Rebel model, the largely the Cure Foods model also really works in the long run, because on the screen, right, you're betting for pixels. You have to advertise on Swiggy, Zomato. You have to spend a lot of ad dollars on that. You have to hire celebrities as mascots for your brand just so that they find you. So it's a very expensive affair to get discovered on these apps and not have any other way for customers to know who you are. And also, we really believe that if Pizza Bakery was just a digital brand, we wouldn't be where we are today. There's something about walking into the outlet. People have an emotional connection in the city to Pizza Bakery. You smell that dough. You see those twin ovens. You see the way the guys are dressed. You see them stretching that puffy dough, and it comes to your table hot and sizzling. And that's why I said earlier, we really strongly advocate for bricks leading to clicks. Okay. Because food is something you eat with all your senses. Right from you walk in, you see the place, and you smell, and you walk in, and, you touch the furniture. We use a lot of these warm elements like jute fibers and stuff in our lights. All of that kind of adds to the experience of finally when the pizza comes to your table, you just enjoy it so much more. Same thing, if I said the first time you're going to experience it, I'll put it in a cardboard box and send it to your house. You'd be like, yeah, it's nice, it's good pizza. That bond is not built. So today, any number of digital brands can try and come for our market share on Swiggy and Zomato and spend more ad dollars than that in us. But because of that loyal following that we've built, who have seen and we become a part of their routine, going to a pizza bakery and experiencing that pizza, people will still search for pizza bakery for no advertising. They will click on it, come and order from you. Cost of new customer acquisition is much lower. So you come into outlet once, you become a lifetime subscriber by going home and ordering once a month or once in 2 months or however often you want.
I think what you mentioned, Tanish, is the prime example of that here.
Yeah.
Because I think
correct. Yeah. So I order from Paris Panini so often because of the kind of experience I've had when I go over there.
Yeah. See.
So I think that does make all the difference.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, I'm also a consumer first, right? Like I've been to so many restaurants. Like the first time I experienced Corner House and stuff was at the place. Like Corner House means something to me as a dessert place. It's my favorite dessert place.
But a follow-up with that, again, if you're going with something like an Indian thing as compared to a Western thing, the raw material cost, when it comes to like whether it's kebabs or anything, the raw materials are going to be a lot cheaper, even if it's quality. But for a Western thing, the supply is again a lot lower. Why is that?
The pricing. So the costing, right? Yeah, obviously, making a biryani, you buy some basic rice and local meat from a supplier, and you put some Indian masalas, and there you go, you have a biryani. The thing is, biryani being such an accessible, simple product, or even South Indian idli dosa.
Yeah,
food cost is very, like Rameshwaram's food cost will not be less than like 35%. 40%. Actually, they charge a premium because they are Rameshwaram, so maybe it's 30%. But with biryani stuff, you can't charge too much. You can't charge 450, 500 bucks for a biryani. You can't do a snob biryani, unfortunately. But you can do snob Western food. You can do sourdough pizza and charge 800 bucks that people will pay. Food cost will be 22.
So essentially, because it's a premium product, you can charge
anything international. You can charge ramen, ceviche, do any sort of fancy like burrito. Tacos, you can always charge a premium for that because there's only so many players doing it and doing it well. Whereas biryani, there's like every neighborhood has a great biryani spot. Like right from the military hotels onwards, Shivaji and stuff serve like epic biryani at super super low price. So how can a new biryani player come? I'm going to be 3x of Shivaji, but taste difference not that much. So they have to compete on price.
So I have a question. So earlier we spoke about the dine-in experience. So when we walk into Paris Panini or Pizza Bakery, so could you take us through how you actually curate an experience for the customer?
So we look at a couple of elements. One is we like warmth, and again, this is not out of some textbook or something that we hired some research company to do. We just says Nikhil and I we want the place to feel warm and cozy. That's it. So coming to Pizza Bakery, the name itself, right? Pizza Bakery makes you think brown, warm tones, little fireplace. That's the kind of vibe that you kind of subliminally think as a customer, and we want that to translate into the actual space that you walk into. So we use a lot of jute, a lot of soft cushioning on the sofas. We always make sure that we have live kitchens in our brands. So Pizza Bakery, you see the two. We can't have a fireplace, but we have two wood-fired ovens. You have the crackling of the wood sometimes. You see fresh dough. You smell that bread. So that's the kind of experience we want people to really experience right from the time they hear the Pizza Bakery and be like, that's an interesting name for a brand. What do you mean Pizza Bakery? Let's go check it out. To actually going in and be like, it makes sense. I imagine a place like this. Same thing with Paris Panini. When you just say Paris Panini, say you had no context, you never heard of the brand. You think France, right? You think a little cafe by the streets of Paris or something like that. So we wanted that to kind of come through. So we have little doodles on the wall, which we actually hired artists to painstakingly do. Really expensive. So all those little things you see even in the Sanjay Nagar outlets that you guys visit,